In this video, I'll critique and analyze your books and show you exactly how you can get more sales. What is up, guys? So if you're new to the channel, my name is Sean and I've made well over 7 figures from my own Amazon KDP business. So if you want no BS publishing advice from someone who is actually doing it, then make sure to subscribe. So this is a book analysis series that I do once in a while where you guys submitted your books that you want me to analyze through Instagram. If you guys want me to do the same, then just DM me on Instagram at SeanDoe13. Send me your book, send me your Amazon link, and I'll do the same. But in this video, I will go and analyze those books and tell you exactly how you can get more sales. So with that being said, let's get right into it. So the first book we have is this one, Inspirational Positive Affirmations Coloring Book for Adults. You have a really nice cover. You got some good reviews, 23 ratings, 4.3 average. And your description looks pretty good. Now it's currently at 2 million BSR at 7 months old. So you are making some sales here and there because you do have a BSR, but it's pretty close to zero. If I come down to the A+ content, I think the content is pretty nice. So in terms of designing the book, you are doing a good job. This is a book that can make you a couple $100s a month, if not more, if the keyword is good. So why is your book not selling? Well, I am assuming that you either just never marketed your book, never ran ads, never did social media, or you tried it a little bit and you gave up, right? So that's what I'm assuming is happening because it's been on for 7 months. The book has been published for 7 months and you have a 2 million BSR. If you just run some ads, this number is going to be significantly lower, at least to a couple 100,000 BSR. And if you do a good job with ads, it can be even lower than 100,000 BSR, making you a couple $100s a month or more just from this book. I can see the potential, but it looks like you are not marketing it. So if you watch my other videos, you know that you can always run ads. That is the most direct and fastest way to get more sales. You do have to pay a little bit of money, but people overestimate how much you have to pay for ads. You only spend more money on ads if you're making a positive return. Like you only start with a couple bucks here and there, like $5 a day budget. And if you're making more, obviously you bring up the budget so you can spend more so that you can make a bigger return. And if you don't have the money to run ads, you can always do social media like TikTok. So this is a channel that I've showcased before. She is extremely successful publishing her coloring books, and you can see that her videos are pretty much just her flipping through her own books and then sometimes coloring in one page or just showcasing it, and she's getting millions of views, right? So you don't always start off getting millions of views, but even just a couple thousand views will result in a few sales most likely, and you can definitely make a lot more money. So whether you want to invest your money or time into marketing your book, you will have to do it. There is no way around marketing your book. Marketing is part of business, okay? It's not just KDP. In literally any business, you will have to market your product. And if you don't like that, then honestly, you should not be building a business. So the good news is you can produce a very good looking book. So you are like halfway done. So if you can learn marketing, then you will do really good in this business. So if you want to learn more about Amazon ads, just look up Sean Doe Amazon ads on YouTube, and there are some video tutorials on that. All right, so the next book is The Last Laugh, Reflection of a Funny Man with Terminal Cancer by Steve Legg. So Steve, first off, huge respect to you because based on reading your description, your story is very inspirational. Now, based on looking at the BSR, you are already making pretty good sales, right? Decent amount of sales. So how can we get more sales from here? I think running ads can get you more sales at a decent amount, but I think more than that, if you just share your story, share exactly what you're sharing in your book, but in video on social media, I think that has a very high chance of going viral. And from there, when you plug your book in your video, I think a lot of people will buy it. Because I often get these random videos of people sharing their story, dealing with cancer, recommended to me. And these videos almost always goes viral. You can see here that people are just sitting down, sharing their story, and, it's getting a lot of views, right? So, you kind of want to use that to your advantage if you're trying to sell more books. Obviously, you have a very inspirational story. You are here to share it, and you are sharing it through your books. Why not just do it on social media and through another format as well? So through your videos, right? So just sit down, film a video talking about your story, maybe make, multiple videos on it. And I'm confident that you're going to get a lot of views, and all you want to do is plug your link to the book inside in the video description. And I think that's going to spread to a lot more people. You can do this on YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, whatever platform of your choice, or possibly all of them. So that is my recommendation. Once again, huge respect to you, and I wish you the very best. All right, so the next book is Whenever You Feel Overwhelmed, Coloring for You Inner Peace. So right off the bat, there is a grammatical error in the title. Coloring for Your Inner Peace is the correct one. The words are not capitalized, like the first letter of the word should be capitalized. It's more professional. You're not making any sales. And the one big thing that stands out besides the title is that your book cover does not portray that it is a coloring book at all. It looks like a journal, if anything, and it just does not look like a coloring book cover. So if I go over here to see your back cover, you can see that you actually got some pretty nice images for your interior, right? It's kind of like one of those mindfulness coloring pages. So you have to showcase that on your front cover. Like, you're literally destroying sales because of how bad this book cover is, or the front cover is. If you've improved it, if you had some samples, like honestly, if you just used like one of these images and put some title text above it, that would have been a billion times better, and you probably would have made more sales. So that's one thing that you want to improve. Obviously, the next thing is to get more reviews, right? Because one is not going to cut it. If you guys want to learn how to get more reviews, just look up Sean DeWitt reviews, or I'll leave a link to both the Amazon ad tutorial video and also how to get reviews in the description below. But those are the biggest issue, is that your book cover is really bad, right? Just being honest here. And then you have one review and you're selling it for above market price, $11.48 for your paperback book, when the average coloring books are like $5.99 to $9.99. So you're selling your book at a premium price when you're not positioning your book as a premium product. So that is the issue. Now, if you're designing your book cover yourself, and if you're not confident that you can create a high quality, nice looking book cover, then you can always pay somebody else to make the book cover for you. I will leave a link to some of the Fiverr gigs that I recommend that is affordable, right? Just $15 or around that range, that can create really nice looking book covers for you. So you can go and try that out. All right, so the next book is The Magical Hijabs, a colorful exploration, an interactive picture book about acceptance, friendship, and beauty and diversity. So this is like a storybook for Muslim kids, and it is a 6 million BSR, which means that it has sold a few copies in the past, but basically it's close to zero. So this is what I recommend. You only have 2 reviews. Your book cover is a little vague on what the book is about, right? So is it a storybook? Is it when you say colorful exploration, what does it mean, right? It's a picture book about acceptance, friendship, and beauty and diversity. So I'm assuming it's a storybook, but it's a little vague on that. You should be a little more clear of that in the subtitle. Now, with that being said, when I looked up Muslim children's book, and I'm sorry if this is not Muslim related, I'm not really familiar with religion, so I might be wrong here, but I'm assuming it's Muslim, right? So if I look up Muslim children's book, you can see that there is a niche for this. Like, this book is selling pretty well at 18,000 BSR, 20 bucks a day, so that's like $600 a month. This one as well, a story of hijab and friendship, so kind of related to what you got here, and it's at 62,000 BSR. So there might be some, potential in this niche. You just have to kind of position your book that way. And if you want your book to be discovered a lot easier, then you basically want to put the keyword in your title, and you have no keyword in your title. A keyword is something like this: bedtime stories for Muslim kids. That is a keyword. People type this in on Amazon to search for a book. So if you had this in your title, then you have a way higher chance of being discovered. So in terms of how you can improve this specific book, you might have to publish it, update the title, and then republish it. You will lose the review in the BSR, but your book is not selling anyways. You only have 2 reviews, so I don't think it's going to be that bad if you do choose to go that route. Or maybe for your future book, just keep this in mind. But that is my recommendation: is be more clear in the title, add some keywords, get more reviews, and then from there we can talk about marketing. All right, so the next book is Table Talk at Trump Card Bridge Club, the bridge card game where humor, strategy, and friendship converge. So my question is this: is this a memoir? Is it a how to play bridge, book? Is it a how-to book? Is it more so your story of playing bridge? I'm kind of not clear on that, and that's a big mistake people make, is the title is kind of vague. Here's a quick tip for those who are watching. If people have to read your book title and then they don't immediately understand what the book is about, that is a failed nonfiction book title, okay? If you're doing fiction, it doesn't matter. Like, fiction is different, right? But with nonfiction, that is the case. If people don't understand what the book is about immediately by reading the title, and then they have to spend another minute reading the description and learning what the book is about, No one's spending that time. People's attention span is so low nowadays that no one's spending that extra minute going through the description saying like, is this something interesting? No, they're gonna immediately go to another book that's gonna catch your attention right in the title. So you have to be super clear. So I've gone ahead and read the description a little bit more, and it seems like this book revolves around Craig, Emily, Sophie, and James and their journey from novice players of the game to expert members of the prestigious bridge playing card club. So it's kind of like a mix of tips, but also like your story, right? So here's the thing. I don't know how many people are looking for a book on this topic, right? When I looked up the keyword bridge, okay, there are some nonfiction how-to books on bridge for complete beginners, like an actual how-to play bridge, that are selling decent, right? It's 50,000 BSR. This is in the UK market, so in the US, it's probably making a little more money, right? So the keyword how to play bridge or beginner's guide to bridge is selling decent. So if you position this as just a how-to book without interweaving your personal story and making it more of a memoir kind of book, then it probably would have sold better, because unfortunately, not a lot of people care for your story, right? You know, I'm just being real here that nobody really cares for my story if I try to put it into, you know, my book as well. Like, just remember a couple videos ago, before I filmed this, I filmed a video on how KDP took me from zero to becoming a multi-millionaire within my 20s. And guess how many views that video got? It got like 10 times less views than all my other normal KDP tutorial videos, because nobody cares about my story. All they care about is what's in it for them, what's in it for the viewer, right? So that's why tutorial videos will help them directly. How-to books will help them directly, but storybooks, it's a little different, okay? So you have to kind of understand why people are buying books. So Craig, this is what I recommend to you. Instead of trying to make people interested in your book, I think you should just write a book that you know people are already buying, which is how to play bridge, how to get better at bridge, right? Those kind of topic. So I think you should just start working on that one. Now, if you want to make money, that is the route that I would go, right? But if you're like, you know, I'm passionate about sharing my story, then you have to probably figure out how to sell this book. And if that's the case, then I would recommend you get more reviews and obviously share your story on probably social media. Social media is better than Amazon ads, because Amazon ads only works if your book is in a topic that people are interested in and people are looking for, right? With social media, it's a little different. You can share your story on social media and get people interested in you. And then once people are interested in you, once they connect to you, then they will probably buy whatever you are selling, right? It's much easier to do that on social media. But the bottom line is, so many people write a book first without doing any market research. And then after they wrote the book, they're like, okay, how can I get other people interested in this book? Right? That is the wrong approach. You have to research the market first, identify what people are looking for, what books are selling, and then you write a book according to the market. Okay, so that is one of the biggest mistakes people make. You see it way too often, unfortunately. But with that being said, I will end this video here. If you guys want me to review your books in the future, once again, DM me on Instagram at SeanDoe13. Send me your Amazon link, which is this link right here. Please send me this link or I will not be able to review your book. And if you guys want to check out any of my KDP programs or tools and resources that I recommend for your publishing business, then the links to all of those is in the description below. So thanks for watching, leave a like, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one.